What's up, guys? Back with another one, and it's a new year, 2021, and I wanted to make this video to get things started off right, make sure you guys stay healthy, and basically I wanted to show you 5 foods or ingredients that you should have probably frequently or semi-frequently in order to stay healthy and in order to improve your health even. So in any case, I'm just going to get right to it. Alright, so the first food on the list is going to be ginger, and I like to have this kind of candied ginger right here because it's just really easy to keep around and have when you want it, and tastes really good. It's really refreshing, kind of gets your energy going, at least for me, and the benefits are the multiple anti-inflammatory properties that it has, as well as the fact that it can actually help if you work out. It can actually help with your recovery. And that's huge because, inflammation plays a role in a lot of different diseases, and it also can hinder your recovery if you have too much inflammation. So ginger is great for that. And also, I know that whenever I have an upset stomach and I have ginger, it always helps, like every time for me. And the evidence seems to support that. So a lot of good benefits with ginger. Alright, so number 2 on the list is going to be dark chocolate. One of my favorites, though sometimes I eat too much. But if you stick to around 2 to 3 squares a day, around that amount, you probably get the benefits without being too fat because it has a lot of saturated fat in it. But the benefits of dark chocolate might even be better than it tastes because it helps activate the survival pathways for BDNF, which is brain-derived neurotrophic factor. BDNF basically helps your brain survive and grow. So that's huge. And another important benefit is that it can prevent your risk of coronary heart disease, stroke, and diabetes. So another huge benefit from dark chocolate potentially. And what you want to get when you get dark chocolate is you want to get at least 70% or more to really get the benefits. Otherwise you'd have to probably eat more of it, which is going to be fatter, which I don't mind sometimes, but if you want to be healthy, probably better to not eat nearly as much. But it's really good for you, and definitely got to recommend it. Alright, so the third food on the list is going to be grapes. Really inexpensive food with a ton of health benefits. You don't need expensive foods like blueberries, even though blueberries are really good, and I talk about that in one of my other videos. But yeah, grapes can potentially increase your levels of BDNF, which I talked about earlier. That can promote neuroplasticity and even potentially make you smarter. So it's really cool. The evidence isn't overwhelming or anything, but there is some evidence for that, which is neat. And in addition to that, even if it weren't to do that, it also provides you with really beneficial flavonoids and polyphenols. So grapes are a good one, and of course, really tasty and refreshing. Alright, so the fourth food on this list is going to be turmeric. And turmeric can be helpful for a lot of things. You'll hear it claimed to be helpful for a lot of things oftentimes. But the evidence really supports it. And I used to use turmeric all the time for helping me after MMA to just recover, because it actually helps reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. And you'll notice if you have enough turmeric that it can do this. I used to take turmeric supplements, which I wouldn't really recommend because I don't think that they're studied well enough. But I took supplements with 95% curcuminoids, and that's basically super powerful turmeric. And it actually helped me recover from a couple knee injuries that I didn't think would recover. So I kind of understand how powerful it is firsthand. But just having the regular stuff, once a day, maybe a half spoonful or a spoonful, is going to make a big difference. But you want to also have it with this thing called piperine, which is in black pepper, and it actually helps it absorb, since the body doesn't absorb turmeric particularly well. When you do that, you'll probably notice some of the benefits over time. Though also be aware, if you do take it with black pepper can actually interfere with certain medications, so make sure that that's not going to be the case if you do end up taking it. Another cool thing about turmeric is that it could help a lot with stress response and depression even, potentially, because it actually seems to, at least in animal studies, which those aren't the most reliable, but it appears it could actually increase your serotonin and dopamine levels. So, that could be a big deal for overall mental health. So, just something to consider when you're thinking about the many benefits that turmeric might offer. Alright, so the fifth and final food is actually more than one food, and it's going to be any or almost any fermented foods. So one fermented food, kimchi, seems to be particularly helpful because it might help your gut health, and in addition, it also seems to improve your antioxidant status and improve your blood glucose, and also, in addition to all that, it seems to help with fat-related diseases. So if you can potentially prevent all that with just one food, then I think that that's probably something that it would be good to have somewhat regularly. So speaking of somewhat regularly, I have kombucha all the time, and the evidence of the benefits, there's not a lot of research on it, or not nearly enough in my opinion, but it does seem that it stimulates the immune system and it could possibly help prevent cancer. In addition to that, it has a little bit of caffeine, but not very much, so it can kind of get you going in the morning. I just really like kombucha. It tastes really good. I feel really good personally after I have it, and it's just good all around. But one thing I would mention is that if you have kombucha, make sure you're getting reliable brands, because I've actually had some brands that made me feel sick, and it is made with yeast and bacteria, if I recall, so you have to make sure that it's a good brand that has good standards. If you like kind of like a beer flavor, but a little bit sweeter, you might like kombucha. So that's my final recommendation. In any case, if you guys enjoyed the video, throw a like on it. I got a ton more videos to come, a lot of different ideas for this year. And if you have any recommendations that you would like to tell me about, drop them in the comments below, and I will definitely take a look. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.